Morning, Star Wars fans. Just finished up my biggest project so far, something that I've wanted to build for a long time, the LS6 Luke Skywalker Crystal Chamber Reveal Saber. One of the things I love about it is how it breaks down into all of these unique pieces. I thought I would just make a quick demo just to show you how it kind of all comes together and really what makes it amazing. So this is the broken down state, and I'm going to just put it back together for you. But first I thought I'd show off a couple of things. When I built this saber, I wanted it to be a really unique experience in that I wanted this core here to be completely removable. So you can see I've added the stock eco pins here. This speaker actually I left removable. I could pull it out if I need to in order to reach the Proffie board that I've installed this with. And just want to turn it on and kind of show you what we've got here. And there's a little kill switch right here, which I just turned on, and it activates the sound effects from the cave scene, the deleted scene where Luke is constructing his saber. And you can see full illumination at the tip, even when the saber is disassembled, very bright. And of course, motion activated Proffie controls. All right, let's turn it off. So what you can see is that this comes into a bunch of individual pieces, and I just wanted to kind of put it all back together for you so you can see how things line up. And so first thing I'm going to do is stick these wings on here. They slide in pretty easily with these little very thin pins. Pins are actually an interestingly big part of this build. You kind of have to move it around a little to get the alignment just right. Let's see if I can... After I said it was easy. There we go. Come on. Try from this side. Ah, there we go. Good news is they stay in really well. These gull wings are the main selling point of this saber, I feel. It's the gull wing saber is kind of how they promote it, and I just love this sort of reveal chamber experience right here. It does leave a little gap in between when the lights are on. You can see through here, but it doesn't bother me too much. I may add something in there later, but for right now, that's gonna work fine for me. All right, so we got our gull wings on. Next thing I like to do is to close up the end cap, so I'm gonna add this little piece here, and what you can see is that there's a little grub screw here, goes all the way through, and it aligns to this track. All right, so what I want to do is get that kind of lined up where I think it'll fit. And then it doesn't, if you make it tight all the way, I found it won't open and close. I kind of have to like go back and forth and find the right spot. You just kind of have to baby it until you find the right location. There we go. Close. Close. There we go. Okay, and I can feel that it's kind of rocking in there. Okay. So this is cool because it clicks. It's got these ball bearings you can see. Connect to these little ridges in here. Click. I can still access my speaker, get to my Proffie if I need to through this speaker area. And the pommel, all right. Okay, so next I'm gonna add the grenade section. Similar process to the other side. I'm gonna align it with the tracks here. It's another grub screw. I'm just gonna, doesn't take much. Once you kind of feel it grab. Through here you can see that I added a sticker to my battery to make it look more like a part. It's got some aerobesh coming through on this side. It's got these like nice grill section. I like that a lot better than it looking like a battery. All right, that closes. And so, oh, looks like my button fell off. Comes with this button. It actually tells you which side is the top with a little indicator there, and that actually just press fits right on. Yeah, and so as mentioned before, I wanted to maintain these. And so what I had to do here was I worked with a machinist friend of mine. Set this down on this piece, and the original piece had a much more material here. It actually sticks out about that far, and we shaved it down, and then I designed this 3D printed mount for this and mounted this inside, another eco pin, and it's all wired up so that when this pin touches this area, it transfers the data to the end cap there. And actually, let's demo that. You know, since we've got this kind of wide open like this, let's just take a little demo. So first I'm gonna use the okay, so if we got this running, here's our lights. Okay. Put this on. Get the threading lined up. That can be kind of challenging when I'm doing it on camera. Come on, there we go. All right, and then when it makes contact, you'll see, boom, lights come on. It's one of the best features I like about this saber. It fits nice and tight, no raised area. Really, really works well. Okay, make it easier to build. I'm just gonna flip it back off. All right, now, I built this blade plug. The original prop comes with this really fancy show plug. I cut a piece of material from a blade. I cut this thing in half with a machining tool, and then also I had to do a heck of a ton of filing to get it in there. You can see all the marks, machine marks, but it works great because it just catches the light from those pins just right and gives a little something extra. I also reduced this down to one grub screw. I'm not going to duel with this thing ever. This is definitely a shelf clean, and actually I have always wondered why they do this dual, because this actually makes retention unstable. You really want to push the blade against the side of the saber, so I just really lightly give it a little love, and then easily enough this slides right on. Okay, and then finally the control box cover is magnetic. I didn't change anything there. I did have to file down some of these plate areas, specifically this one, as it was making contact with these diodes and stuff in here. There's other ways to do that, but it was just the way that I did it. All right, drops right back on. All right, and now we have Luke Skywalker's hero saber, right, from Return of the Jedi. You know, of course, there's other versions. This is my favorite, the V2, but it doesn't have a crystal chamber. So yeah, it feels great, super solid. Whole thing folds out for this kind of showcase setup, which looks really bomb. It feels really long when I'm holding it. Of course, I love that crystal in there, and I love how it pulses. And again, no contact with the blade, but when I fold it back up, you can see it makes contact. It gives me that nice green ring. Looks super beautiful. Everything I ever wanted in a crystal chamber. I just love how it comes together and comes apart. Again, love this crystal chamber reveal section. In terms of sound effects, I've got 3 different Luke kind of flavors on here. So that's the standard Return of the Jedi, you know, the music for it. It's based on the barge scene. This one here is actually my favorite for this saber because it's part of the throne room scene where this saber is, at least initially, the saber is featured as Vader is reviewing it before he takes Luke to see the Emperor. And so the music fits that theme. Love this music with the crystal chamber. I feel like if this was a display, that would be the right tune to play with it. And of course, I've got both. And of course, I got the creepy uncle there. As I mentioned, this is motion controlled. You have to be a little careful with how you hold it, otherwise it comes right on. Yeah, that's about it. Got a couple different font styles on here. I've got the K-Sith Jedi, or Luke Skywalker font, as well as the Kyberphonics Skywalker font. Yeah. So there we are. There you have it. My LS6 build is one of my most difficult builds. It was very tight. I had to use special wires that were extremely thin. I had to do a lot of things I've never done before, but there was a ton of support from the community, a lot of help from people who helped me get the wiring diagrams put together correctly, and really helped me to understand the ins and outs of what it takes to put this together. Not sure I would do one again. Maybe if someone commissioned me for it, or there's the right opportunity, but it was a tough build, and I think I'm ready to move on to some other things. But I think there'll be some more crystal chambers in my future, and so I hope you enjoyed this short little vid, longer than I expected. May the force be with you. Have a great day.